Hi, I'm Dr. Osborne, and I'm from the Angelo State University Chemistry Department. And we have some students here with us today who are from our American Chemical Society Club, and they're going to help on this demonstration. Here we have.
My name is Alexandria.
And my name is Christian.
And so you have from your kit from the art museum today some materials in order to do candy chromatography. And so we're going to talk about that. So candies have different dyes in them. And so these are some M&Ms. You might have some Skittles in your bag. But these food dyes, we're going to look at what makes up those colors using what's called chromatography. So chrome means color, and so we're going to be separating out all the different colors that make up the dyes on our actual candies. On our directions first, we're going to go ahead and place 6. We're going to place a drop of water for each color that we have. So in my pack, I had just 5 different colors. So we're going to put 5 different puddles of water and space them out so that then you can put 1 candy on top of each drop. And this is just plain water from your tap. And so we're going to let the candies dissolve in that drop of water for about a minute. So while we're dissolving, then you can see that we have a coffee filter here and that we've drawn 1 line across about 1 inch from the bottom, and then we need to put a dot and a label for each of the colors that we have. And we took the coffee filter that was round and we just cut off the sides to make it where it would be a rectangle so it would fit in our cup better. Okay, so while we're doing that, we're going to go ahead and mix up some salt water. And so we have just some plain tablespoon salt, and we're going to take about 1/8 of a teaspoon, so that's 1/4 teaspoon, so about half of that. And we're going to put that in 3 cups of water. And then we're just going to stir it up. So the salt water just is going to help our colors separate a little bit better. So we'll just need to stir the salt until it dissolves. And so now that we've got that dissolving, then we're going to check our drops here and see how well our colors have dissolved. Looks like we've got a good amount of color, and so we're going to just move our candies out of the way. And then we just have some regular toothpicks here, and we're going to take 1 toothpick for each color, and we're going to add a dot of color onto our coffee filter. And if you're not sure if you have enough, you can go ahead and get another bit of color from your drop just to make sure that it's really dark enough. So, because sometimes it's a little difficult to get enough on there. Yeah, I think that looks good. So now we're going to put about 1/4 inch of our saltwater solution into a plastic cup. Good. And so now we're going to place our coffee filter with our colored dots at the bottom, and we're going to be careful not to get these colored dots in the bottom. We don't want them to dissolve in there. We just want the bottom of the coffee filter to be in there so that then the water is going to wick up our coffee filter. So make sure it's all the way in. It'll kind of just lay on the side there. And you can see that it's going to slowly wick up. So this is going to take a little bit of time to go through our coffee filter. So you can also do this experiment with Skittles or other types of colored candy. And You can see how those colors separate. You may have done this with markers before. If you use markers, then typically you'll need to use some isopropyl alcohol depending on whether they say if they're washable or not. So an isopropyl alcohol would separate out your Sharpie pens. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes, and you can see that our water has moved up our coffee filter a little bit, and you can see that our colors are starting to separate. You can see that our blue, that we can see a little bit of yellow and green, and that our brown is starting to separate too into some different colors. So what you want to do is just go ahead and just wait and let it keep going, and you can let it go fairly high up the coffee filter, and you can see all the different colors that make up some of these dyes. Some of them are just going to be one color, and then some of them will be more than one. So it's just an experiment where you can find out. Thank you for joining us today.